when we are out there in the dark. We'll dream about the sun. In the dark we'll seek the light, warms our hearts, everyone. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever. As high as souls will fly, the clouds roll by for you and I. Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Monday, and that means it's Gargoyles Day. And this week's episode was The Edge. Having settled into their new home, the Gargoyles soon learn of a donation that Xanatos made to a local museum, only to learn from Elisa that someone impersonating Goliath has stolen it. Believing that Xanatos is behind the theft, Goliath takes the trio to confront him while leaving Hudson and Bronx to guard their new home. And the four soon come into contact with a new version of the Steel Clan. Okay, things I liked about this episode. Now, just because I have nothing written on there does not mean that I hated this episode. I actually did like this episode. I just couldn't think of anything that I'd like to put in there or in this section. But there were a lot of positive things about this episode. It sets up a few things that we will see again in future episodes, number one. Number two, it is the first episode we see from the pilot 5 where Xanatos is not in jail. I do not count the ending of Enter Macbeth as the first one because that doesn't happen till I think the last 5 minutes at the most of that episode. Number two, we are introduced to a new character in this episode, and that is Matt Bluestone. He is Elisa's new partner. Now, does this mean he knows about the Gargoyles? Not yet. He will learn about them at some point. Sorry if that's a spoiler. But he doesn't know about them yet. This is also the first episode that we see Elisa back to work since Deadly Force. So she is now completely healed from her surgery, from being shot, and she is back on the force once again. That is another reason why she is now partnered with, or why Matt Bluestone was introduced in this episode. Her captain wants to make sure that what happened to her in Deadly Force does not happen again. Which I find kind of interesting because normally police officers, even detectives, will be partnered up to have somebody watch their back. So I don't know why it took them so long to introduce a partner for her. Anyway, so she does have a partner now. This is going to make things a little difficult for her with being able to visit her friends and inform them on stuff when they decide to tag along while she's doing her job. Yeah, it is going to make it a little difficult for her to a degree. But again, that will change later on down the line, and we will talk about it when it does. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. I liked how they reintroduced the Steel Clan. I felt that they are, while they aren't characters in and of themselves, they are very important to the storyline. And again, with, you know, these robots that look like gargoyles flying around New York, anytime somebody sees one of the gargoyles, there's that option of, oh, it was one of those robots that was there. It's another good way for Elisa to kind of keep the gargoyles undercover right now. Number 2, I like Matt. He is a wonderful character. I liked him right off the bat, like right when we started getting to know him, and whatnot. I'm like, he is going to be a very interesting character. I don't want to get too much into it because it's going to be revealed over time, but he does, or not too much into it, but too much into his backstory, because that's going to be revealed over time. But he does bring up the Illuminati right when we first meet him, like, well, right after the scene where we first meet him, he's talking with Elisa, and he kind of brings it up. And that's going to be a common thread with him throughout the series, or at least the first 2 seasons of the series. But we'll talk more about that as it comes up, I promise. But all in all, this was a great episode, just because I didn't say, I put nothing in both categories, and there will not be a smiley face next to it in the next video. And in all future videos does not mean that I hated it. It just means that it's not a personal favorite, but it's still an episode I like. I do go back to it every now and then and watch it. For me to absolutely hate an episode just means that I can't go back and watch it, even if I'm just looking for something to do. This is one I have gone back and watched it a couple times. Have I watched it as much as the ones that have smiley faces next to them? No, I have not. But if it's one of the episodes that's on TV, or I'm just looking through things and I see this one, I'm like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll watch it. It's not one that I'm like, I'm bored. I think I'm going to watch The Edge. No, that's not saying I'll have like other episodes from Gargoyles that'll probably be on the top of that list before this one. But it's still a great episode. Again, it sets up some, not necessarily sets up something or sets up events for later on, but it does set up, well, I guess with the case of Matt and the Illuminati, it does. But it sets up a few things with what will happen later on. It reintroduces the Steel Clan, and it introduces Matt Bluestone. Again, not so much the Steel Clan and some of the events connected to them, but definitely Matt being introduced in this episode is a big thing, because he is going to be an important player later on down the line. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube, and feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to the respected artist. I own absolutely nothing. The link for the 5 sites I mentioned will be in the description section, if that makes it any easier for you guys to find my pages on those sites. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link for my YouTube channel will be on the description section, or in the description section. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link for my Facebook page will be in the description section. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my other TV Talk videos on Gargoyles. My other TV Talk videos. in my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, any of my videos that are not on YouTube can be found on my Facebook page. The link will be in the description section. Excuse me, I got a little tongue-tied there. Second off, and this is for my Facebook friends, any of my videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. Again, the link will be in the description section. I will be posting the links for every single one of my YouTube videos, including those that are dual posted to both YouTube and Facebook, to my Facebook page. But if you're having any problems viewing those links, just go right to my YouTube channel. Okay, lastly, I would like to apologize for not posting a video last week. I had planned on it. I had watched the episode, or this episode. I had everything written up. I just ran out of time to do the video. And again, I'm very, very sorry about that. Unfortunately, it happened. And, you know, I had a lot going on. It was a holiday. And on top of it being a holiday, I did have to work that day. So I had a lot of stuff happening that day. And I had stuff I had to finish up from the Sunday before. And I just did not have time to record the video. I had everything all set up. I had planned on recording it as soon as I got home from work. And I just didn't. And I do apologize for that. Okay, as always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.